So welcome everybody. This is Milana Lishinsky again, and welcome to the Sold Out Coaching Program Secrets webinar. Today I'm going to reveal my 4 biggest secrets that allowed me to create a 7-figure coaching business by selling group coaching programs online. And I will be sharing some of the biggest strategies and secrets that I learned, hopefully to help you fill in your coaching programs with ease. I do want to say that if you've been trying to sell your programs online and it just hasn't worked for you, maybe haven't really experienced the level of success that you feel that you could, you are in the right place. And what I want to do, actually, I'm going to go ahead and start my slides, and you are welcome to take notes. Ursula from Germany, Janet from Florida. Welcome, ladies. Good to see you. Yes. All right, let me jump right here and go ahead and start. I will probably jump back and forth between camera because I don't want to get too distracted. But welcome, everybody. I'm excited to have you here. One of the things that I noticed, even about myself, when you open registration to a coaching program and people don't register, people don't sign up, or you feel crickets out there, you really may not know what to do at that point. And that can be frustrating. That can be, a little scary too, especially because you probably have put all your time and effort and your passion and your heart into creating something amazing. And that is what you look like when you send out any kind of emails or promotions, or you invite people in. So this training is for you if that is something you've experienced in the past. Now, for those of you who are meeting me for the first time, my name is Milana Lishinsky, and I can tell you a lot about myself, but there are 3 main things I want you to know about me right now. Number 1, I've created over 150 coaching programs. Number 2, I've generated over $7 million in sales online selling these programs. And number 3, I've had the pleasure and the privilege training over 30,000 coaches on how to create, market, and monetize their programs online. And so very fittingly, that's why this training today is called Sold Out Coaching Program Secrets. 4 biggest secrets I learned while selling $7 million worth of coaching programs online. Just to let you know, I will stay for questions at the end. So if you have questions, you're welcome to pop them into the chat. You can also wait until the end. It's up to you. Just know that whenever you ask questions, they do continue to move up, and so they stop being visible to me. And if I don't answer your question, go ahead and re-type it again. And, it's amazing to see all these great niches. We saw relationship coaches, health coaches, business coaches. The truth is, it doesn't matter what niche you are in, because you can create a sold out coaching program no matter what your expertise is, no matter who your ideal client is, because the same principles apply no matter what niche you are in. And so when a program doesn't sell, we usually try to figure out what went wrong, right? And then we're trying to fix the problem. And so in my experience, there are 5 things that most people do when their coaching program doesn't sell. I would also call them mistakes, the biggest mistakes, but these are the things we try to do, in order to increase enrollment, and it doesn't always work, and I'll tell you why. So the first thing we try to do, and this is very common thinking, right? We try to increase marketing. We create more social media posts, we reach out to more people, we start buying more ads, we get more promotional partners. But if the program is not positioned right, or if the offer is weak, more marketing and visibility will not help. You will just waste more of your time and money, and you may actually repel your promotional partners in the future, right? So if people are promoting you, they're not getting results, they're not going to promote you again. So before you do more marketing, there are other things that you need to look at, and that's what we're going to look at today. Number 2, many times we start thinking, oh, maybe I'm charging too much, right? So we try to drop the price, and dropping the price actually, a lower price point might attract the wrong clients, and it might make you work harder for less money, right? So it's not really the best way. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to control my dogs here, which is an impossible venture. So lowering your price is going to make you work harder for less money, and it's really not the best way to scale your coaching business. So that's something that you want to look at. You don't necessarily need to lower your price. You need to look at other things, and we will continue to look at that today. The third thing that I know a lot of us like to do, myself included, is we start adding more bonuses. We try to beef up the offer. We include more coaching, more training, more access, but very often what happens when people see more bonuses, it makes people overwhelmed, right? It also makes people believe that maybe the main program isn't good enough without the bonuses, right? So you had to throw all of those bonuses in just to make it worth their while. So adding more bonuses is not necessarily the thing that's going to get you the results that you want. Let's look at number 4. A lot of people will say, okay, well, the online promotion didn't work. Let me get on the phone with people and start offering free sessions. And if you are great at closing people over the phone, it will absolutely get you more clients. However, this takes a lot of time, and it doesn't really allow you to scale your business, since your income would always still rely on you closing clients over the phone, right? And if you want to grow your coaching business and scale it, you really want to look at the most scalable ways to grow your business. Free strategy sessions is not one of those ways, because they take time. Unless you hire a salesperson, of course, right? So that's something you can do. But again, offering free sessions, the fact that you decided to offer free sessions means that your original offer and original strategy did not work. So you want to really look at that. So if you are just joining us, I am revealing the 5 things that people do when they try to fix a program that flopped, a program that didn't sell, a program that did not get filled. So they either try to do more marketing, they lower their price, they add more bonuses, they start offering free sessions, just anything just to sell their program, right? And then when nothing else works, we simply scrap the program. We decide to stop selling it because, they're just not sure what else they can do to get results. So these 5 things, so which of these 5 things are you more likely to do, or maybe you've already done? I'd love to see in the chat which of these 5 things feels like, yeah, this is me. This is what I would typically do. I'd love to hear from you. And I will also reveal what to do instead, because that's what we are talking about today. So go ahead and type in the chat what exactly you are more likely to do. Are you going to try to increase your marketing? Are you going to try lowering your price, adding more bonuses, offering free sessions, or pretty much giving up? Like, what is your go-to response to a program that failed? I'm trying to open my chat, and it didn't work yesterday. And for some reason, it doesn't work today either. But I will open it eventually, hopefully. And then in the next few minutes, I'll be revealing the 4 biggest secrets to creating the sold out coaching program next time and every time. This is what I love talking about for sure. So if you've already answered in the chat, I apologize. It will not open on my screen, and I'm not quite sure why it does that. Let me actually, I don't want to interrupt the slides, but technology is tricky. So I will take a look at it later once I stop sharing my screen. So before we talk about the 4 strategies, the 4 factors of sold out coaching programs, I want to talk about something really important, because a lot of coaches, even after years of running a successful coaching practice, struggle to sell their programs online. And there's a big reason for that. And I want to address that, because this could be the root cause of why you might not be getting the results that you want from marketing your coaching programs, right? And so here's the reason. The biggest reason why you may not have succeeded online with your programs yet is because selling a program online is very different than selling it one-to-one. And I will explain the difference in just a moment. So selling one-on-one works like this. You start by asking questions. You build rapport with the person you're talking to. And by the way, this could be either offline in person, or it could be in a strategy session, in a conversation. It's offline or online, doesn't matter. It's that one-on-one conversation. So you ask questions, you build rapport and trust. You take the time to understand their biggest challenges. And then you customize your program, your coaching offer to their unique needs, right? Hopefully that makes sense. Let me actually stop sharing my screen. Aha, now I can actually see. I just wanted to take a look at the comments here. All right. Ruth says she had to lower the price. Zaid says number 1 and 2. So more marketing, more bonuses. Okay, great. So let me go ahead and start sharing again, and hopefully this will work. Yeah, it looks like the only way for me to actually share, see your comments is to stop my sharing the screen. So hopefully I'll be able to do that in the future. So if this is how you sell, that's fine. However, the reason it works is because you're basically selling by creating a personal connection, right? So, achieving the same effect online requires a very different approach. And that's why even after years of selling coaching consistently and successfully, you might still find yourself frustrated trying to sell your programs online. And so that's what I really wanted you to understand. Now, how do you shift your approach from selling, from one-on-one to selling to, online through basically pushing your program online through online marketing? First of all, you want to decide who your ideal clients are. The next thing you want to do is decide what problem you want to help them solve. And the third thing is you create a perfect program for them. So can you see how this is different from one-on-one connection, right? You first decide who your perfect client is, and then what problems, what specific tangible problem you want to help them solve, and then create a perfect program for them. Because when you do that, your program becomes a perfect match for your ideal client, and they're ready to invest with you. They are ready to buy your program. So again, the reason many coaches don't sell their program online is because they use a one-on-one approach to online selling. Once you understand this, it will become much easier to get people to sign up for your programs, even if you have never had a conversation with them. Do you see that, right? So this is an important distinction, and I wanted to share that with you. And again, I have started my business, my coaching business, when I was still a music teacher and a web designer. If you're looking at the screen, you can see my kids about 20 years ago. I was absolutely clueless about building a business, let alone creating products and selling them online. And I do remember spending months trying to tweak and test my programs to see what people would respond to. And so that's where some of my best lessons learned came from. The failures, like why didn't it sell? Why didn't it work? And since then, I discovered exactly what makes a coaching program sell and how people make buying decisions, especially online. So that's something that I had to learn, through all of that experimenting and trial and error. And as a result, I was able to create a 7-figure business, buy a house of my dreams, and pay for my kids' education. And I successfully sold many different coaching programs online, but my best-selling program generated 306 sales at $2,000 in a matter of 2 weeks. That is over a $500,000 program, coaching program. And this was not an accident. It was a strategically designed offer with the right marketing strategy based on everything that I learned over the years. So if you are excited about creating sold out coaching programs, but you're not sure how to do that, let me share with you my 4 biggest secrets of sold out coaching programs. And I also tell you how to get my personal help with your programs and how you can tap into my decades of creating and monetizing coaching programs online. So here are the 4 biggest factors that play a role in how successful your programs will be. And if you are taking notes, you might want to be ready to take notes just about now, because some of the things I'll be sharing will not only be insightful for you, but they might also generate some insights for you personally for your in your own business. Okay, so the first biggest secret of sold out coaching programs, this is the first factor. All successful coaching programs have that. I call it your big idea. Every successful program has a great big idea. It's your hook or it's your angle. A big idea helps your program stand out in your niche and make it instantly more marketable and easier to sell. Without a strong big idea, your program simply gets lost in all the noise of all the other programs and products that your potential clients get exposed to every single day, every hour maybe, right? So just to give you an idea, so a big idea must do 3 things. It must create a meaningful discussion, so there's something to talk about, some kind of a thought-provoking conversation. It must inspire people to change their beliefs, because if they don't change their beliefs, they will not invest in your programs because they didn't hear anything new. And your big idea must be a total game changer. It must be a total game changer for your clients, for their business, for their lives, maybe even for the industry. I'll give you an example of one of my very first big ideas back when I was just starting out my business. As I was looking over all of my businesses in the past and of my projects and programs, one idea was very clear that was a big idea for that time. My big idea was this, and sorry, I don't have it available on the screen, but I wanted you to see what a big idea might sound like. My big idea back then was a coach will never be financially successful by selling one-on-one coaching alone. They must create a multiple income stream business in order to become financially independent and thriving as a coach. I don't remember the exact wording, but you got the idea that in order for a coach to be successful, they must take their business beyond one-on-one coaching and create multiple streams of income. That was my big idea back in 2007 when I published Coaching Millions. And so the Coaching Millions program was released, and all of those, all the conversations I was having, it allowed me to create a meaningful discussion. It inspired people to change their beliefs about what it takes to be successful. And it was a total game changer, because at that time, most coaches, 95% of coaches, all they were offering was one-on-one coaching. So I kind of wanted to give you an example. You have a big idea in your coaching business, whether you realize it or not. You just need to dig it out and shed some light on it, right? And so if you have a big idea that does all of these 3 things, and you can communicate these things when you talk about your program will sell so much better, and it will make such a difference to your coaching program. It will stand out, even in a crowded space, because everybody talks about the same things. If you look up at what is being marketed out there right now within your specific field, you will start seeing that everybody is saying about the same thing. And I also notice when I ask my clients, so what is your big idea? Very often they'll start getting into the process, right? And so, I don't care about your process. Your process is not something that's going to sell. Tell me how it's going to change my life or business or relationships or the lives of my children, or whatever your audience is, right? So this is the first key to a highly successful online coaching program: having a strong, clear, big idea. Number 2, hot offer. If you know what kind of car this is, let me know, because I have no clue. I just like the picture. So number 2, this is your second key factor to a sold out coaching program: creating an offer that makes it possible for your clients, for your ideal clients, to say, that makes it impossible to say no to, right? You need to identify all the essential components, deliverables, and bonuses at the right price point. That's is what critical to your program success. And then you must present it as a highly valuable investment. So that's what makes a hot offer. How do you know if you currently have a hot offer? I will tell you. So number one, your offer is easy to explain, because a confusing offer doesn't sell. People's attention span is just too short to try and figure out what you're selling and what your program will do for them. Number two, you have a hot offer if it's easy to create marketing content around it. Lots to talk about without actually teaching the content from your program, right? I know sometimes people are worried, but I don't know what to talk about. I don't know what to teach without giving away the farm. This is how you know you have a hot offer. You have a hot topic, hot teaching points, hot modules, whatever it is that's going inside of your coaching program. You don't actually need to teach your program in order to market. There's plenty to talk about. There are mistakes that you can share. There are biggest beliefs you can talk about. There are common misconceptions. There's just a lot of conversations that you can create around your program without stealing away from the actual program. Hopefully that makes sense. And then the last sign you know that you have a hot offer is if it gets promotional partners, or what I call joint venture partners, if it gets them excited to share. If it gets them excited to share because they believe the offer will sell. This is a big sign that your program is a hot offer, is when other people are starting to ask you, do you have an affiliate program? When are you launching it? I have people that would love it, right? So it gets promotional partners excited. Number three, hungry audience. Even if you have a big idea and even if you have a hot offer, it doesn't mean your program will sell. You need a hungry audience. In other words, and this is an important definition of hungry audience. I think a lot of people have a misconception about this. You need to put your program in front of the people who are already searching for your solution. They have already decided that they have a problem and that they want a solution to invest in. That's how you know that you have a hungry audience. Now, the easiest way to find a hungry audience is to tap into existing groups. If you want to fill your group coaching programs, you need to market it to groups, either through social media, joint venture partnerships. You can even speak at live events to groups, as long as you have that opportunity to either make an offer or follow up with people as a group, right? So marketing your program to existing groups is a lot easier than trying to build your group one person at a time. Now, once you find your hungry audience, what do you do to actually get the client? Well, you make the offer. You actually want to make the offer. Now, when you sell one-on-one or one-to-one, you actually have to make the offer and ask for the money. And many people don't like asking for the money, right? When you ask for the sale online, you can do that on a webinar, in a video, in an email, on a sales page, or maybe in a combination of all of these. Now, this is how you make the offer. You need to make sure you do three things to make the offer when you are marketing your program online. Number one, you want to demonstrate the value of your offer. You want to make sure that people understand the return on their investment, that it's valuable, that it's going to help them today, and it has a lasting benefit for years to come, right? So you want to demonstrate the value of your offer. Number two, tell them how to buy. Give them a link, tell them where to go online, tell them how to buy. And number three, and a lot of people don't do this, tell them why they must buy now. In other words, you need to have an authentic scarcity strategy. And I'll actually demonstrate it to you today in a few minutes. So you want to demonstrate the value of your offer. You want to tell them how to buy. And then you tell them why they must buy now. And if you've ever studied sales in general, you already know that if people are listening to you and you're making the offer and you're letting them walk away, the chances of them actually buying later are much more reduced. So you want to give them a reason to buy now, and that's what all the scarcity is all about. So these are the 4 factors: big idea, hot offer, hungry audience, making the offer, right? Knowing how to implement these factors requires a solid understanding of marketing, positioning, and conversion. And it also requires learning how to strategically put your offers together and present them in a way that people want to buy, right? Now, how do you master this idea of sold out programs? How do you get that knowledge? And, in my experience, there are 3 ways of doing it. Number 1, you could be buying courses and training that teach you how to do all of that. And you can spend years of learning and implementing, which can be very time consuming and also expensive. And remember, every course has its own method or system. So many people actually end up confused and overwhelmed. And every course leaves you with a lot of questions and no one to ask. So when you try to figure out how to apply this stuff in your business, you end up spending a lot of time and energy trying to make it work. That might sound familiar if you've been in the learning mode for a while, right? The second thing you might do is you can hire a marketing coach. And you can definitely learn a lot from a marketing coach. However, a marketing coach can cost thousands of dollars, and even then, you might not get the best, most relevant and useful advice, because what I find is that most marketing experts focus on the digital marketing strategy, things like traffic, ads, funnels, right? Just my head is starting to spin as I say these things. But selling a coaching program requires creating an emotional connection with potential clients and a strategy to enroll them into your program. And only those people who have successfully filled coaching programs online truly understand what it takes to put all the, to line up all the pieces in your business to create a profitable program and get people to sign up. And the third option is trial and error. You can experiment and discover what works. And of course, that can take a long time and get really expensive. And so is there a shortcut? What's the answer? Is there a shortcut that would get you the results you want and help you create sold out coaching programs anytime you want? I spent 2 decades and tens of thousands of dollars learning the strategies and methods that have allowed me to create a 7-figure coaching company. And I want to offer you a shortcut today, because I know how frustrating it can be to create your program and then not be able to sell it. And when it doesn't sell, you might feel like you failed or you didn't do enough to get people into the program. And again, you just might not know what to do next and how to create those results. So that is why I created a brand new program called Monetize Your Programs Coaching Lab. And it's your ultimate shortcut to learning how to create sold out coaching programs fast. And let me tell you why it's the shortcut. Monetize Your Programs is a membership-based coaching club where you will get my personal feedback and ideas on your programs. There's nothing like that out there, because everybody tells you what to do, but nobody looks at your materials, at your programs, at your marketing, at your websites, at your offers, at your business. Everybody is just selling you their system. This coaching club, which by the way is limited to just 25 members, is a place where you can bring your programs to me, and I will actually pinpoint the exact reason why it hasn't sold and tell you how you can fix it so it actually sells better. So when you join, you get feedback from me and the group. You learn from the challenges of other members. You are able to break through the blocks that are holding you back in your results. And you learn to think like a marketer and develop a real understanding of what gets people excited to invest in your programs. So while most programs out there they come with training modules, blueprints, videos, workbooks, not in this program. All you need to do is show up and receive coaching, feedback, and ideas for your program. So it's really simplicity driven. Let me tell you how it works, and then I'll give you a link and I'll answer your questions about anything that I've shared today. So the way that the Monetize Your Programs Coaching Lab works is we meet twice a month for live coaching lab sessions. This is where I offer you laser coaching. I give feedback. I make suggestions on how to improve your big idea, your marketing materials. I help you move with clarity and confidence. So, it's really a way for you to get a lot of your questions answered. And after 20 years, I can quickly get to the issues that stop you from filling your program and making the money you want. And we record every session, and the replay is posted the same day, so you'll never have to miss it. And even if you come and you don't have quite a question, you can still participate and get a lot of value. And by the way, you can submit your questions ahead of time. There is a private member-only Facebook group so that we can stay connected between our live sessions. This is where you can share your biggest insights from our sessions. You can celebrate your wins. You can collaborate with other members. And most important thing that I wanted to tell you is that this group is going to max out at 25 members. We already have almost half the spots taken because I did the same webinar 2 days ago. So everyone can get the help and attention that they need. Again, you'll be able to submit your questions or challenges ahead of time, or simply come and watch the group coaching that I will provide for people. You will absolutely walk from each session with new insights, new understanding. Every session is going to be helpful to everyone, regardless of whether you have a question or not. Before I tell you what the investment is, I will say that I have spent 2 decades and over $100,000 learning the strategies and methods that have allowed me to create a 7-figure coaching company. I've been creating marketing and selling coaching programs online for 20 years, which is why I can quickly identify the reasons that your program has not sold and help you maximize your revenue. If you were to work with me privately, my coaching packages start at $15,000, and I only work with just a handful of private clients. So this coaching lab is the most affordable way to get my feedback, coaching, and insights on your business. And your investment for a membership in this coaching club is just $197 per month. And if you already know that you want to work with me and want to join a group of these amazing like-minded coaches and entrepreneurs, if you're ready to join, here's the link, simplicitycircle.com/lab. I also want to mention that there is no long-term commitment. You can cancel at any time, although I do hope that you will love being part of this coaching lab so much that you'll want to stay for much longer. And I will stay to answer questions, but let me just say that, remember these 4 factors, right? The big idea, the hot offer, the hungry audience asking for the sale. You will actually master marketing, positioning, and conversion and learn to think strategically about your offers, all by simply attending our group sessions twice a month, because that's what it takes to create that mind shift in your business, in your coaching business. So if you've been disappointed by the results from your marketing and from what is happening with your coaching programs online, this coaching lab will be an amazing place for you to discover how to get to a point where you have a sold out coaching program. And if you are one of the next 5 members only, I will include my very cool, very special training called Discover Your Big Idea Formula. It will help you make your coaching program instantly more marketable and desirable. It will help you communicate the value of your program in a way that gets people excited to sign up. And it will help you stand out among hundreds of other programs in your niche. So this training is actually worth $1,000, but I don't ever sell it separately because I only share it with clients when they need some help in this area. And if you're one of the first 5 people to sign up, I will be happy to share this training with you as well. Now, if you are new to working with me, if you have never been in my programs, here's what my clients say about my coaching style. So Jennifer Deep Stratton from High Ticket Sales says, I can finally see a way to add another $500,000 without working harder or cutting into profits. Christine Closer, the founder of the Transformational Author Experience, says, I always feel my excitement, enthusiasm, and passion come back when Milana is teaching. Jamie was in one of my programs recently, and she says Milana has an amazing ability to see the essence and simplicity of any issue, which is why this kind of environment, this kind of coaching club is a perfect way for me to help you with your programs. Michelle Moreno says, Milana can see what needs to change and has mad skills to create that change in an instant. And what I love about Jim's testimonial that is that even for a business doing high six figures, it's not for beginners, it's not for somebody who doesn't have a business. It's for people who are already running their coaching businesses and they want to scale, they want to see more results. So even for a business doing high six figures, Milana always sees a path to scaling with less work. So again, the link is on your screen, simplicitycircle.com/coaching lab. Okay, I'm just looking for questions. So some of the questions have already arrived and I'm going to go ahead and answer them. So one of the questions was, can I really make money online with my coaching programs? Well, I know that I have, and I also know that a lot of other people are making a ton of money with coaching programs. It is not a rocket science. I will say that to you. You just need to think strategically about it, and you need to come from a place of true understanding what makes people invest into coaching programs. So in the coaching lab, you will learn to think like a marketer. So you will start really feeling with your gut what it takes to position, package, and promote your coaching programs. So that's something that is definitely doable with the right strategy. Somebody else asked me, well, I've tried before and it didn't work. Do I really have what it takes to market my programs online? So number one, it takes that mind shift, that click in your brain. Stop trying to sell like you sell one-on-one and start selling like you're putting a packaged solution. So that's a shift that you want to start making. And you know, I know that when you put your program out there and nobody buys, it's very frustrating and confusing. And there can be many reasons for that. This is why, you know, you may not know where to even start looking, where to start troubleshooting. And because I've been doing this for so many years successfully, and I have failed with some of my programs, so I know exactly what sells, what doesn't, and why, and what you can do next about it. I can quickly pinpoint the problem and tell you exactly what you need to modify to actually experience results with your program. I don't have a coaching program yet. Will this program help me create it? So yes, we will talk about how to create your program the best way. If you bring your ideas and your business to the table, to our coaching lab, bi-weekly coaching lab sessions, I will definitely help you do that. In fact, you will actually learn how to do it the right way. Sometimes I have worked with people who are so attached to their coaching programs and they are so convinced that this is the right coaching program for them to sell. It's almost hard for me to coach them because they're so attached and they're so in love with what they have created. So if you don't have a coaching program, that's okay, because we can have you create it in no time at all, put it out there the right way. Let's see. I'm a brand new coach. Should I be joining? I'm going to say the answer is no, because this is not for brand new coaches. Typically, a brand new coach is somebody who is looking to figure out their niche. They don't even know what their expertise is. They still haven't really coached any clients. They're in a different space mentally, financially, emotionally, logistically, right? So this is really for people who are already running an active coaching business. I'm not a coach. Can I still join you? Yes, if your goal and desire is to fill coaching programs, sell coaching programs online. So whatever your expertise may be in, if your dream is to develop profitable coaching programs online, I would love to have you as a member. And I'm already successfully selling programs and would like to take my online sales to the next level. Is this program for me? Absolutely. As I mentioned to you, I had a $500,000 coaching program, so I know exactly what it takes to get there, and a lot of lessons learned along the way that I can just share. The difference can be really a simple tweak to your offer, a simple tweak to the title of your program, to the price point. We don't know where to look until we actually look. and you have another perspective from the 2 decades and 7-figure mindset is really going to be helping you in this situation. And then the last question, I think there's 2 more questions that I have, and then I'll take your questions. How much coaching time will I get with you? So this is a group coaching environment, right? There is no one-on-one. All coaching happens within the live sessions, but usually we have plenty of time. Everybody brings their challenges and questions, and we tackle them all in a group coaching call. The calls are 75 minutes each, and we meet every other week. We meet second and fourth Wednesday of the month at 2 p.m. Eastern time. That's our standing time. So yeah, and if you're looking for private coaching, I'm more than happy to talk to you, but this is not included in this at this level. Is there a guarantee? Yes, there's a guarantee. The guarantee is that you can join, you can enjoy the coaching, and if you don't feel it's a good fit, you are welcome to cancel at any time. There are no refunds, but you can cancel. There's no long-term commitments, right? So jump in, and I hope to see you inside. Let me see if there's anything else. This is the link again, simplicitycircle.com/lab. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing and see if there are any questions. So a lot of people just tell you what to do. In our space, a lot of people do tell you, here's how you should be doing things. And I just want to have a space created for you so that I could look at what you want to do and then advise you based on that. And so that is the unique part of Monetize Your Program's Coaching Lab membership. I look forward to welcoming many of you in the program, and I will go ahead and Ursula just jumped in and said, I joined the lab 1 month ago. It is really inspiring to learn from Milana and the other members. Can recommend it. Awesome. Thank you, Ursula. I will see everybody who is joining inside of our next coaching lab session. Otherwise, it's a wrap.